Hey guys, we're here back again. This time we are doing another episode of Vainglory, going over the brand new hero Varya. This was a gameplay I had from before, which I'm now looking at the replay. Going to be talking about what happens here today. Really fun hero, definitely really fun. I love the lightning theme, and just the chain lightning itself is it's a really fun mechanic and a different mechanic. Well, I guess kind of Vox had something similar where it kind of chained the resonance, right? But this one's lightning. But I just love the mechanics of the A combined with the B. Even the ultimate's really fun too if you can make it work. But anyways, let's go ahead and just talk about how she's played though. So primarily she revolves around her A. Her A is her bulk of her damage, at least one of the main sources of her damage. It's great for poke. It's great for, you know, in the heat of battle, especially if you're combining it with your B, which we'll get into a little bit later. But anyways, it does a huge amounts of damage. It does not hit lane minions, so that's something to consider. But it does hit jungle minions, and it also hits, obviously, heroes. When it does impact an enemy hero or just a target in general, it will chain lightning at the end of its damage, doing chain damage as well to any target around it. Or at least I think it's up to 3 targets, right? Something like that. So you could potentially get a little extra range on your A if you hit, you know, for instance, like the tank who's generally in the front. It might just chain backwards into her allies. So it's really great for just, you know, lobbing those spears into the brush in hopes that maybe you can at least chain from the tank into the carries and such. So let's go ahead and go into like the B ability. So what it does, obviously you guys know, you can charge it up to a full charge, which allows you to jump twice. Otherwise, if you use it instantaneously, it's a single jump. But any target that's around you, per jump, you will chain lightning enemies around you. I think up to 3. More if you get more points towards your ultimate. It increases the amount of chain targets you have. And also, it allows you to cast your A. So after a jump, your A will shoot out a lot faster. It doesn't have as much of a cast time. Look at that shot though, man. That was really good. Sorry, I'm like just bragging about myself here. I just liked how I got that. But anyways, yeah, so you want to use that in combination with your A. You want to be jumping around, doing your chain damage while also lobbing out the spear since it comes out a lot quicker. A lot of times if they're running away, it could be hard to like kind of trail them with the A because of its cast time. So you want to use your B to jump forward towards your enemy that's running and immediately throw out the spear because it will be pretty much almost instant cast, allowing you to pick up that kill when they're running away. It's just really, really fun. And then another thing to consider is when you're in the lane, or just anywhere really, your basic attacks also apply a chain lightning, so it's really great for farm clear. You do have to be a little bit careful in the early game because you do use energy every time you actually use that chain passive on your basic attack. So a lot of times you might want to be a little bit more reserved and not always chain. You can see here I'm not chaining anymore because I don't really have a lot of mana, so I don't really want to expend it right now because I definitely want some energy, excuse me, for my B or for my A if I need it. These guys are being pretty aggressive right now too in the lane the enemy is. They hit me pretty hard in the beginning, but we're starting to recover. We did pick up a kill before. That was a Taka. So did the Glaive. So we're actually in the positive. We're up by 2. It's just, you know, they have that crystal power. Oh, sorry. They have that crystal power Gwen, which is really, really annoying. And then they have a weapon powered Taka, which actually ended up being quite a nuisance in this match, as you guys will see as we go on. It was definitely not something I enjoyed going against, and I actually ended up, you know, changing up some defenses later on to counteract the Taka more than the Gwen. But anyways, first of all, our main defense was going to go Slumbering Husk, just because of the CP Gwen and also the Taka. I think probably a better choice would have been like an Aegis, to be honest. Maybe the Slumbering Husk is okay. But Aegis may have been better for the early game, or at least mid game, not early game. Early game, you just want damage, right? But we are focusing on our Shatterglass, because we want like huge amounts of damage in the beginning. We get a Clockwork second, so we can cast out our abilities often. and just constantly harass and poke. And then we go into Dragon's Eye, and then finally we go into a Frostburn, which I don't know if I would have picked up, to be honest. I feel like it would have been better for us to, or for me to pick up like an Eve of Harvest maybe, or just more pure crystal power. But Frostburn isn't a half bad pick because it'll definitely slow down my targets that I'm chasing for my chain lightnings and such. So I don't know. This build isn't definitive too. I mean, we're not playing with, you know, like a huge amount of matches under our belt here, so we're kind of just experimenting. I figure, you know, a lot of our damage is the spear, and I want to be able to just pump out damage, so I went like pretty heavy crystal power in the beginning. Shatterglass, Clockwork to keep ramping up my energy so I can constantly cast out my spells, and then of course the Dragon's Eye to ramp up the damage as time goes on. Feasibly, you could just go like a Shatterglass, Clockwork, Broken Myth, and it'd still be pretty good, I think, because you're all about that poke, right? So potentially you could just go. There's the ultimate, first ultimate of the game, and nothing happens. I mean, it's going, but it's just I don't do enough right now, and it's not really a great time to have used that. I thought a fight was going to happen, I guess, maybe? I don't know. So the ultimate. So the ultimate, obviously, I mean, if you guys have played her at all yet, you guys kind of understand how it works. You basically just channels an ultimate, and it calls down lightning strikes over and over and over for X amount of seconds. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. The Catherine could have got that lance potentially. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of how that works. You want to use that primarily when team fights are happening, I feel. Because if it's just you're using it and they're just walking around, running away, or whatever it may be, they're just going to avoid the lightning strikes. It indicates like when it's going to cast, or at least where it's going to cast before it actually hits. So you can usually avoid it unless you're like in a team fight, and so it's in the heat of battle. So you're not necessarily keeping track of every single aspect of the area. You might be so focused into a certain hero that you didn't realize you're getting hit by the ultimate, and that's kind of why you want to use that during that moment, because it just makes team fights that much more difficult for the enemy when they're taking thunder strikes, you know, to the face. So that's generally when you want to use it, I feel, at least from my experience so far in the last couple matches I've played. It doesn't seem to be great for like chasing, you know, finishing off enemy heroes from afar. You want to use it during team fights for the most part. But yeah, so there we go. I think a great combination with her could be potentially, you know, a lot of CC, because if you can get the Lance to impale, or if you can get a Catherine to stun, or whatever it may be that has a lot of CC, it makes landing your A a lot easier and a lot more deadly. So you can see here, we're trying to do some damage, but I didn't really know he was going to go in. If I had known, I could have coordinated that a little bit better. It's kind of my fault for not really realizing what he wanted to do there. So I use my ult right now because I saw on the minimap the Glaive and the Taka were fighting, but I kind of did it blindly. I should have panned over real quick to see what was going on, but we did pick up the Taka anyway, so it's all good. The Catherine might get away, I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, I think this is where she gets away right here. We actually do the damage, but this is not enough, and I took a chunk of damage from that ultimate from Gwen. That really hurt. But I'm going to return the favor here in a second. Bam! And I'm going to do it again. Bam! And dive in. And bam! But Taka's going to kick all our asses now, maybe. Oh, I'm dead, yeah. No, but the Glaive does pick him up, I think. Yeah, sweet. So there we go. Not too bad. You can see like her ability to chase, especially once you get the A off of a channeling time, I guess you would call it, a casting time. You have an instant A. It's really nice to pick up that person running away because it's comes out pretty fast, relatively fast at least. I don't know if it's like instant or what, but Glaive just needs to dip out because they're all up. They're coming down to him, but I think he's fine. He's taunting even. He knows he's all good. Alright, so let's go back to me. What's going on here? Getting stunned, sweet. Doing a bunch of damage. No, missed the A. I got a little bit of chain lightning out though. I saw the Taka, so I wanted to just dip out. I didn't really want to fight that. That'd be really bad of me to stay. So I kind of just went back and wanted to get this regen here. Taka is in a bad position though. We got the hit, I think, right there. Here's I tried to jump over the wall, but I failed. That was kind of like a shitty B there. We could chase this too. Ultimate. I was still learning the ultimate too. I was like, do I use it now? Should I? Does it come out fast enough? I don't know. And so I just use it, and it was really bad. And then I get like destroyed here. Like I was like, oh god. Oh god. It's bad rotation on my part and just bad engagement on the team's part. Like, we were not doing well being on their side like that. Kind of not a good choice, but I mean, it happens. We all make bad choices. This Lance needs to get out. Taka can do a lot of damage right now. I don't know if they buffed weapon power Taka or they just buffed Taka in general, but he hurts, man. He hurts. He was not somebody I wanted to mess with, and I definitely needed to switch over my defense because Gwen, while she did hurt, I felt like Taka later on, as you guys will see, will be more of a threat because he hard focuses me throughout the rest of the match. He just dives right into me to take me out, and his crit is disgusting. But yeah, there we go. Kind of a fight not in our favor because I'm not there yet, so now that we're collected as a team, I think we might be able to handle this. We're a little bit low though, or at least Lance is. He did get the roots on the Taka. Nice, nice. I'm gonna go ahead and get my Slumbering Husk now. I felt like it was not a bad defensive item. You got the CP Gwen. She's gonna burst you down, so the Slumbering Husk could work in that fashion. And then obviously the Taka can be pretty strong too. While he doesn't have immediate burst with abilities, he has a lot of a burst with the basic attacks. It really hurts. We're kind of behind in farm though in this match. I need to get used to her farming mechanic because like a lot of times I'm missing farm just because of, you know, like right there, like I'm just not timing the damage from the chain lightning properly. Here we go. We got a little bit of split. At least we did for seconds. Watching out there. Whew, got a double jump at least. Chain lightning, maybe? No. I wanted to see if I can get the A. Here's where I kind of do this a lot, though. I started to just realize they like to sit in the try. So I'm just chain lightning as much as I can. You can see there, like, I'll just throw it in. And it'll chain, well, I got a hit, but it'll chain off of everybody. Here we go. I saw the team fight, so I wanted to just get the ultimate out. Because you never know. We hit the Catherine. Taka's just wailing into the Lance, though. Lance is doing everything he can, though. He's doing amazing for... Whew, oh, my God. I thought he was, like, literally, like, a sliver from dead. I know he casted Renewal. He had to. Yeah, he did. But that was really good. He survived quite well against that Taka. So back to farming now. Taka's dead. Gwen and Catherine are coming up, it looks like. I'm just going to throw off some A's here and there. Whether I hit or not, I don't know. Yep, I got one right there. Not bad damage. Didn't land that one though. I actually missed quite a few. It's something I need to practice here because, you know, obviously this is only my second game with her, but skill shots can definitely be, you know, either really good or really, really bad for a match. I don't know. Kind of like lances and pails, right? Glaive's down there in their shot brush. We're gonna go ahead and come down to him. Kind of get our team together here. I am using the skin too, the Winter War Varya skin. So is she like part of the? I didn't read the lore, so forgive me. But if you guys read it, is she part of the same group as Catherine? Was it the Vanguard? Is that what it was called? I don't remember. Ooh, ultimate goes off. Is it gonna hit anything? Nope. See, this is why like my timing on the ultimates have been pretty lackluster in this match. We really need to just cast it as soon as the fight actually breaks out and stays, you know, in the vicinity of the enemy. Nice. Glaive picked up Taka. We're gonna go ahead and try to pick up Gwen, but we have the sentry coming right at us, so we have to be careful. We can't just ignore it. So we're gonna go ahead and take it out while I come close to being dead. My goodness. And then we're gonna get the double jump. and throw in the spear. And pick it up. There we go. Nice. So we got the ace. Taka's still dead. Oh, he just came up. Oh, wait, did he? No, he's still dead. My bad. So we can go ahead and push this tower a little bit. This turret. Not for too long, though. Here's the stupidest thing I've ever done. I was like, oh, no. Let me use this right here to get out. No, it's a Taka. Let me just cast whatever, because I'm frantically trying to survive, because I'm an idiot. So then I die, and then now Glaive is really working in this Taka now. Nice, nice. Gonna try to capture the Kraken. We got the Lance and the Glaive, so I mean it should, you know, be in our favor, right? Here comes the Gwen. She made a dire mistake of staying there and getting herself in a bad position. Here's where we make a mistake here. You guys can probably guess what's about to happen right now, right? There it is. They stole the Kraken. One thing I didn't understand was the Glaive. Maybe it was the best choice. The chances were not on our side here today. But, you know, the Glaive should have just hard focused to Catherine, I felt. Because Taka and Gwen were down for a while. So he could have just split off from the Kraken, let Lance kind of just keep it distracted, and Glaive push out Catherine, and then come back and take out the Kraken, you know, pick it up. But instead he decided to just hard focus into the Kraken, I felt, right there, instead of pushing away the potential of Catherine stealing it. Oh well. It's alright. Catherine getting a lot of stacks. Wait, why does she have 999 stacks? I think it's a bug. It has to be a bug in the spectator mode. Because there's no way she has 999 stacks unless it's a bug on the hero. Or she's cheating. That or it's a bug on the spectator mode. I'm hoping spectator mode. Alright. So like when I first did the video on Varya, when I was like, man, she looks kind of meh. I actually think she looks kind of cool now. Like, I've gotten acquainted with how like she's supposed to look as far as the splash art, and I'm starting to like, you know, kind of reference that when I look at Varya in the in-game. And it seems pretty cool. I actually like the theme of her. Like initially I did not, but I like it now. I think it's really cool. There goes the arcing again, the chain lightning. Here comes Gwen. I'm going to use my ultimate because this is a prime time, I felt. Yeah, that definitely seems like it. There we go. Oh, Glaive will go down, but I will chase the Gwen here. Landing, nope, not landing that, but I will be jumping here in a second. And then picking her up right here. Bam! Catherine, I don't know if we get, I don't know. She's coming up. I don't think we did get her, but we do, or at least we should push this turret. I don't care if she's right there. We should just push it. Come on, Rumbly. There you go. Just do the damage, and then you can dip out. There we go. Taka and Gwen are still down. I wish they actually had a timer in the spectator mode that showed when they're coming up. I thought they used to do that, but I guess maybe there's just a lot of bugs in spectator mode. Because I thought it did show a number, but it doesn't anymore. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go back now, get healed, because we are quite low. I do have the Slumbering Husk, but at some point in the near future, I think I switch it out for the Metal Jacket, just because the Taka is a nuisance, and I felt like I should just focus that, and then just try to survive him while taking out the Gwen. That's my goal, right? Just ignore the Taka, because he's going to slip away every time, unless we get a hard focus into him and get some good stuns. Then I should just focus the Gwen. Kind of a bad position for a second there, but we repositioned ourselves there. I thought Gwen was going to clamp down on me, but she did not. That's great. Nice chain damage there. Still getting our chain lightning off. Oof. Here comes the sentry once again. Do not want to stay, so I'm backing up. I do not want to be taking all those shots. Chaining all my damage as much as possible. And there she is. I was like, the teleport over. So it was sloppy, but we made it work. All right, so now we're gonna do another Kraken here. And you can probably guess what's about to happen again. Not quite the same, a little bit different. But if I recall, this wasn't the best Kraken push for us. Sorry, I'm spoiling it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just forgetting what exactly happened here. Who knows? Because we got Kraken, we got myself and Glaive here. I was checking the brush there. I don't know if Taka was there or not. Clearly, we see him now. But oh no, this was a good push. Okay, never mind. Get that. Boof. Boom. Ultimate going off, doing some good damage. The ultimate does feel a little lackluster, but I'm not saying it's weak. It just seems like it's definitely not the bulk of her damage. A lot of her damage comes from that chain lightning plus the A. Her ultimate is just there for like a bit of zoning and maybe even a bit of CC if you have like a frostburn. Here's where I die though. Catherine, I believe, takes me down with a Taka gonna dive into me. Yep. So we do get a good push a little bit here. We got a tower going on our second tower. Lance goes down. Now they're just gonna hard focus into that Kraken. So it looks like we're gonna probably get this tower right here, but this turret won't get any damage on the second one. But at least we managed to do a bit of work here. So it's looking pretty good. We're up on 5 kills opposed to the 14. We have 19 opposed to 14, so 5 kills up. And then we have we're doing pretty well. I feel like even though she's a new hero and I haven't really like perfected her mechanics, and nor will I probably perfect it for a little while, I think we're doing pretty well. Ultimates can use some work, but as far as my B's and my A's, I think I'm doing okay. Nothing fancy, just I think we're managing here. They got a strong push going right now though. They got some minions and Takas is wailing on that turret there. God, he does a lot of crit damage. But I don't know what I'm shooting at there. I guess maybe I thought they would come back. I mean, clearly you guys understand, like in the spectator mode, you guys see where they're at on the minimap, but in the actual match, we don't see where they're at. Clearly, that's how that game works, right? We are winning in gold, about 2K up. We're gonna go ahead and poke into this brush once again, get some good damage off. Maybe put this fight in our favor because they'll be lower than us. But we haven't connected anything yet, so kind of working on that. Here comes Gwen. She's going to go ahead and rotate back to her team, get in a good position for herself. I'm just checking brushes with my spear. I don't want to go anywhere blind. So if I throw it in, I'm hoping that maybe I'll connect and let myself, be alerted that, hey, look, there's somebody there. All right. We should probably bait the Kraken right here. I think that's what I did here in a second. Yeah. And then I didn't know they're going to be there like within a second of me baiting. But it looks like we're doing okay. Ultimate going off. I really thought we were going to be going in pretty hard. Can't connect though. So we have an ultimate down for 45 seconds, which is unfortunate. We're working our way back up on CS though. I mean, clearly we're nowhere near where we should be, but... Oh yeah, this is the one. This is the Kraken. We pick it up, yay! And now we're going to get destroyed. Oh my god. And now Lance is on the run. Glaive is definitely gonna bounce out. Lance is just using his war treads there to just potentially do something. Maneuvering as much as he can. Nope. And now Glaive will go down. I believe this is what happens here. Maybe? No. Taka bounces out. Glaive stays alive. They're just going to go ahead and take down the Kraken here. Doing some pretty crappy damage right now because of CP Gwen, but now Taka's there, so it should just clean up now. Look at that. 358, 358. Oof. He actually does some pretty nasty damage. He's just going Sorrow Blade, Tornado Trigger, Double Tyrants. That build is just disgusting on any hero, it seems, that has, you know, good weapon power ratios or any kind of abilities that work around it. I'll have to try it out, weapon power Taka, see if it's back into meta or not. All right, I love the flying animation too of Zarya. She's really cool. So when she actually goes in the brush, she actually walks. Yeah. She kind of holds her lightning like a Kamehameha. Alright, going up to clear lane. I felt like the Storm Crown on Lance would have been better to be an Echo. That way he can constantly get the wall. Storm Crown, it's okay for getting objectives, right? But outside of that, it's not that great because it's all damage over time now rather than straight up damage. So there's like a cap of how much damage you can actually output with that weapon. Here I'm going to try to go ahead and spear him from the other side of the wall. So we actually do connect. Very nice. Trying to keep throwing him in there. Here comes the ultimate. Oof. So I feel like Frostburn actually might be good. So if like you can land your A or just land any kind of spell on the target, then landing the consecutive hits from the ultimate or just landing the ultimate in general could be a lot easier and a lot more effective. So maybe getting Frostburn might have been the best choice. I don't know. I'm still like kind of like brainstorming here, still trying to figure out the hero and what's the best items for her. Gwen comes around on a flank though and tries to take me out, but unfortunately that was her demise there because now she's about to get picked off by the spear. And then now the Taka is also looking for booty here, but we pick her up as well. He doesn't get that lightning booty. And then here comes another follow-up with the chase here. She's gonna get away. No, she's not. Bam! And then there we go. That is game right there, guys. We're gonna go ahead and close it out. There we are. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this gameplay, showing off the Varya hero here, the lightning mage, if you will. Really fun to play. I like the mechanics of her. She's one of the few heroes lately that I've really liked. I've liked Reza and I've liked her as far as the heroes recently released so far, and I like them a lot actually. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let's go ahead and check out the builds real quick. Let's give that a 5-star. So again, we went ahead and went with the Shatterglass, the Frostburn, and a Dragon's Eye, as well as a Clockwork. So the Frostburn was there, but it wasn't there till late game. It might be better to get it a little bit earlier, but I felt like there's a trade-off though, because if you get Frostburn, obviously you won't have the huge amounts of damage from like what you would get from Shatterglass combined with Clockwork, right? So I kind of wanted to go with a Frostburn just to see how the effects were late game, even though I kind of felt like it wasn't really like that great of an item for late game. Probably going into like a Broken Myth would have been better. We would have been able to burn through obviously the shielding from the Gwen, and also just do a lot more damage to Taka and Catherine in general, and burst them down a lot quicker instead of Frostburn, which it's kind of like a okay item at this point. Definitely better if it was earlier though, I think. Again, it could work really well with her abilities and her ultimate, so maybe it is the best item for her. I'm not saying it's not, I'm just saying in this particular situation I felt like I wanted to use a different item, but we went with it anyways. Glaive going with the Shadow Blade, Tornado Trigger, and Tyrants. A little heavy on the defense, which is fine. He has Glaive after all. He can kind of, you know, use that quite well, regardless of not having that fourth offensive item. Lance, again, the only thing I kind of felt like was the Storm Crown. We could have used a Echo instead, but that's just me. Maybe it was still doing some good work and we weren't realizing what it was doing. It does give you cooldown, so there's that. And then we have the Gwen. I think the big problem with Gwen was she was really heavy in defense and she needed more damage. She can always poke, but she didn't really have the damage output to really secure anything. So she was just there to kind of, you know, do the sustain or the initial damage, and then Taka came in and did the sustained crit damage, which was actually really, really annoying. If she had gone with like a bit more damage output, she did go double shatter with a clockwork, but maybe going into like a actual Dragon's Eye would have been a lot better for her potentially, instead of going that second defensive item. She probably should have just gone into the Ages and left the metal jacket away. You know, just kind of backline and didn't let Glaive get into her, and just have Catherine peel for her while she just kept the Ages up for the afterburns and the damage from my A, right? But anyways, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you like this video, especially if you like this hero. I think this hero is one of the most badass heroes so far in the game. And I love the way she plays, and she just seems really, really cool. Just her splash art seems really badass too. But anyways, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Later!